Got questions? I am sure that you have questions that deal with your contract as well as your relationship with Pepperidge Farm, your supplier. Common questions I receive: how do I get paid? Do I have to double bag bread at certain accounts? Can Pepperidge Farm take my club stores without compensation? Can I service convenience stores? Do I have to participate in route rides? Do I have any input in product allocation? What is the stale policy? What is EDLC and fair market value? These topics and more were discussed at the Tri-State meeting in October 2018 during this presentation called Contracts. My name is Mark Tibor. I am a second-generation distributor in the Buffalo, New York area, as well as current POAA secretary. What is a contract? Oxford Dictionary defines a contract as a formal agreement between two or more parties setting out the terms and scope of the business being transacted. Your contract is between you and or your company with Pepperidge Farm. Were you like Veruga when you signed your contract with Pepperidge Farm?
Don't be alarmed. And as soon as your outer vestments are in hand, we'll begin. Now, will the children kindly step up here?
Where's damage coming from? Floods, fire, frost, or frippery?
Accidents? What kind of accidents?
I didn't know we had to sign anything for this tour.
I can't see what it says in the bottom.
Violet, you first. Sign here.
Hold it! Let me through here, you kids. Violet, baby, don't you sign anything there. What's this all about?
Standard form of contract.
Don't talk to me about contracts, Wonka. I use them myself. They're strictly for suckers.
Yes, but you wouldn't begrudge me a little protection. A drop.
I don't sign anything without my lawyer.
My Veruca don't sign anything either.
Then you don't go in. I'm sorry, rules of the house.
I want to go in! Don't you dare stop
I'm
me!
only trying to help you, sweetheart.
Give me that pen! You're always making things difficult.
Nicely handled, Veruca. She's a girl who knows where she's going. Violet.
Did you have a chance to review the contract with your lawyer beforehand? Was your lawyer at closing? Let's go over items that are currently found in a Pepperidge Farm contract. Definition, terms, Schedule A, Schedule B, addendums, a Schedule A that is mapped out. A definition is a statement of the meaning of the word, phrase, or term. Pepperidge Farm defines the definitions that will be used in this contract. Terms that are defined are bakery, consignee, territory, consigned products, stale products, distribution or distribute, bulletin prices, chain. It is important for you to understand the definitions of these terms and others that may be listed in your contract. Definitions not in the contract: best efforts, fair market value, EDLC, net dead price, route rides, scan-based trading. Schedule A is nothing more than a written geographic route description showing where the territory begins and ends. It is important for you to drive your territory to physically see your boundary lines to avoid any confusion. We have received increased phone calls in the last few years where accounts are being serviced by the wrong distributor. Sometimes these issues can be worked out easily. Other times, lawyers need to get involved. This is my Schedule A. If you have multiple territories, they will be listed separately. Pepperidge Farm is scrutinizing territory boundaries more closely to avoid future problems, which may be one of the reasons why route sales take so long to complete. In 2018, Pepperidge Farm made a significant change to Schedule A. They inserted a definition for club stores. Let's take a closer look. For this purpose of this distribution agreement, the term club stores shall mean that class or type of retail store that is commonly, though not necessarily dedicated to large sizes and bulk sales to consumers who may be required to pay a membership fee to shop therein. It is agreed and understood by distributor that bakeries shall have the exclusive right to distribute consigned product to all club stores that have existed, currently exist, or in the future may exist in the territory. Let's take a look at some of the wording that Pepperidge Farm uses here. Club store is a retail store. This is the first time that Pepperidge Farm refers to them as a retail store. In the past, Pepperidge Farm referred to club stores as warehouse accounts and then hybrid accounts. Why the change? Next point. Club stores commonly, though not necessarily dedicated to large size. What does that mean? Consumers may be required to pay a membership fee. I guess then consumers may not be required to pay a membership fee. These lines are very ambiguous and could be read as this. Club store shall mean a type of retail store that is not necessarily dedicated to large sizes, and consumers may not be required to pay a membership fee. What other accounts do you service that meets this definition? For more information on club stores, please visit our website or YouTube channel where we have several videos that go in depth into this topic. Schedule B is nothing more than a list of consigned products that can be modified from time to time as per paragraph 10 of the contract. Note, only product description is given here, not pricing. Down at the bottom of the page lists the rate that distributors will be compensated. In this case, it is 20%. Addendums are specific side agreements that you have with Pepperidge Farm. For example, freshness letter, which allows Pepperidge Farm to remove stale product from your account, which you will reimburse the company. Internet sales, club stores exclusion, convenience stores exclusion are a few other typical addendums. Here is an e-commerce addendum. This gives Pepperidge Farm the right to sell to any internet site or e-commerce site. However, in the second paragraph, it mentions that a side letter may be signed which would allow distributors on a temporary basis to service this account. Inventory depletion addendum. To understand the inventory depletion addendum, we need to go back in time to approximately the year 2000. Before Project Symphony was implemented in 2000, distributors purchased their product from Pepperidge Farm. It was not on consignment as it is presently. Promotions were also handled differently as POP discounts were given to the distributor and then passed to the chain when the product was invoiced. This allowed distributors to buy into promotions as well as price increases. Pepperidge Farm's reasoning at the time for implementation of this policy was that this allowed distributors to carry larger inventory levels without the financial burden or risk of paying for the product the following week. Here is a map of my Schedule A. As I stated earlier, it is very important for you to drive your territory and know which stores are yours. How are distributors compensated? Are distributors paid a standard commission from the invoice? Are commissions before or after proof of delivery or POP discounts? Neither. Distributors' commissions are based upon bulletin prices and have nothing to do with invoice dollar total, only items counted on the invoice. Bulletin prices. This is a very important concept that you need to understand. Published bulletin prices were intended to serve as a distinct business records for retailers to verify the accuracy of wholesale prices printed on invoices, and distributors to verify the accuracy of consigned commission payments based on the wholesale prices. Remember the last paragraph of Schedule B that states the consignee will be paid a rate of 20% of published prices. It says absolutely nothing about invoices or POP discounts. Here is a bulletin price list from 2011. Notice the following important items include title, Snack Business Unit Price Bulletin, Sales Bulletin number 30, effective date, UPC code and description of item, item weight, the last time the price was changed, current wholesale, and current suggested retail. Here is another one from 2013. A matter of fact, price bulletins lists were sent by Pepperidge Farm at the beginning of each fiscal year or whenever there was a price change. They were originally sent hard copy via mail and then later in PDF format via email. All bulletin price lists stated this on the bottom of the last page. Quote, "This price bulletin is an updated list of consigned products, Schedule B to the consignment agreement, and supersedes any previous issued price bulletin." End quote. As you can see, this is an official document from Pepperidge Farm. All bulletin price lists were printed in this type of format since the 1950s until 2015. That is when Pepperidge Farm wanted reduced pricing for Walmart and started to pay distributors from invoices and not from the official bulletin price list. When snack distributors pushed back stating that Pepperidge Farm was not paying bulletin prices as per contract, Pepperidge Farm took the official bulletin price list, which still states, quote, "Snack Business Unit Price Bulletin," end quote, and inserted a disclaimer language that reads, "This price list is provided for informational purpose only and does not replace or supersede the updated and current price bulletin that is published on a nightly basis via the handheld computer network. For the most up-to-date and accurate published bulletin prices for products, please access the price list in your handheld." Pepperidge Farm falsely claims that it publishes bulletin price lists to distributors handheld on a nightly basis. This claim is false because the handheld price lists are not equivalent to the published bulletin price list. Handheld price lists are not equivalent primarily because they do not provide any notice of permissible paragraph 10 modification to the previous published list that Pepperidge Farm is superseding, which was the original intent of Schedule B published bulletin price lists. This is supposedly the new bulletin price list which distributors need to print from the handheld by account. How often? It is not specified. As you can see in this close-up picture, does this look like an official document that could be submitted to court? There is no name. There's nothing stating that this is an official bulletin price list. Remember that all price lists prior to 2015 stated this bulletin price list is an updated list of consigned product and supersedes any previously issued price bulletin. Is this the type of professionalism that Pepperidge Farm wants to present to clients? This is an utter embarrassment for a Fortune 500 company. Or is there another motive?
This is an apple. Some people might try to tell you that it's a banana. They might scream banana, banana, banana over and over and over again. They might put banana in all caps. You might even start to believe that this is a banana. But it's not. This is an apple.
The reason why I show this political ad from the 2016 election is to contrast what Pepperidge Farm is doing. Pepperidge Farm took a legal document, that is the bulletin price list, that was used for almost 60 years and no longer call it official. Instead, they want distributors to print up a document with no account name and nothing that designates that it is a legal document and pass it off as something official. Bulletin price list is defined in the contract. Let's take a closer look. It is defined in the definitions section. The contract states the following. Bulletin prices refer to the prices for consigned product charged by the bakery and published from time to time. West Encyclopedia of American Law defines publish as to circulate, distribute, or print information. This contract clearly demonstrates that Pepperidge Farm is the one responsible for providing these official legal documents. We will get into the reasons why the association believes that Pepperidge Farm is not doing this in a few minutes. When Pepperidge Farm launched their distributor website in 2015, they told distributors that everything they needed was on the website and that the website was accurate. Okay, let's take them at their word and examine several pricing templates from their website. While the handheld is printing wholesale value of $5.08 for a 30-ounce goldfish, the website is showing $6.66 wholesale. Here are two other accounts. Again, notice 30-ounce goldfish is at $6.66 for both accounts, yet Walmart invoices were printing at $5.08. Is this a mistake or intentional? This leads to the question, who is responsible for promotions? Well, the contract states in paragraph 3 that it is Pepperidge Farm's responsibility. Notice, consigned products shall be consigned to consignee at bulletin prices, less the percentage specified in Schedule B. And Schedule B states at the rate of 20% of published prices. Nowhere in the contract does it state that distributors are paid off invoices or are responsible for promoting products. After written inquiry from snack distributors, Pepperidge Farm published this letter that is not dated sometime in 2015 from Senior Vice President Mark Schreiber. It states in the third paragraph, this particular event we chose to deliver without using trade spend in an effort to deliver a promotional program in which of Pepperidge Farm, Walmart, and the distributors will win in the market. Further on, it states the law provides that we are permitted to test new promotional programs with customers on a limited basis. Let's analyze this, as words have meaning. Pepperidge Farm is admitting that this is a promotion and they are not providing trade spend, but lowering the wholesale price on the invoice for one chain customer, specifically Walmart. As we've already stated, it is Pepperidge Farm's responsibility to provide promotional discount, which is also known as trade spend. If they use trade spend or not, the point is moot, as distributors are paid from bulletin prices and not from the invoice. Pepperidge Farm also states that the law allows them to do this for a limited time. What is a limited basis? They have been doing this with bakery distributors for several years at Walmart on swirl, whole grain, and farmhouse bread. Is that limited? Is this truly a test? We will look at the adverse effect this has on bakery distributors shortly. The contract does not give Pepperidge Farm the ability to promote without using trade spend. Let's take a closer look at another case. This is a case that was heard in front of the National Labor Relations Board back in 2015. While this case didn't include this issue, on page 8 it outlines how promotions are set with accounts. Quote, when Pepperidge Farm runs a promotion, a Pepperidge Farm account manager and buyer for the chain store establish the prices for the promotion. Typically, the chain agrees to sell the product to consumers at a lower retail price than usual, and Pepperidge Farm lowers the wholesale prices that the chain pays Pepperidge Farm for the product. But the SDAs, which is an acronym for Sales Development Associate, which Pepperidge Farm referred to the independent distributor at that time, 20% commission was still calculated based on published Schedule B price rather than the lower negotiated price. Pepperidge Farm did not refute the fact that they are the ones responsible for promotions and that distributors are paid from bulletin price lists. A promotion without trade spend is not a promotion. The contract states that Pepperidge Farm is responsible for trade spend in paragraph 3. A promotion without trade spend is not a promotion. Invoices are irrelevant when it comes to determining commissions, as we are paid at bulletin prices, not invoice dollar totals. And to drive this point home, promotion without trade spend is not a promotion. Pepperidge Farm is cleverly using this scheme to pass the cost for promotions onto the distributors. You cannot have one item with multiple bulletin prices, as we will demonstrate shortly. This is an official document. This is a settlement statement where the distributor inventory is reconciled to Pepperidge Farm's calculated inventory. Notice that the unit price on the second right side column is $6.66. Now that is the proper bulletin price. Pepperidge Farm claims that the bulletin price for Walmart is $5.08, yet will charge this distributor based off the $6.66 unit price. Before inventory depletion that we mentioned earlier was implemented, the distributors would actually be billed for all the products they received from the company less 20% commission. Now, the distributors are only charged the difference between Pepperidge Farm recorded inventory and the distributor recorded inventory. Either way, the distributor is still being charged the unit price, which is the official bulletin price. This example shows an inventory adjustment of 18 units of code 9656, color 30 ounce. The distributor was charged $6.66 per unit for the discrepancy. That again is because $6.66 is the bulletin price. Yet Pepperidge Farm asserts that $5.08 is the bulletin price for Walmart. How can one item have two different bulletin prices? Can the distributor claim that these 18 units were meant for Walmart? Why wasn't the distributor charged based on $5.08 on the settlement statement? Again, published bulletin prices were intended to serve as a distinct business record for distributors to verify the accuracy of consigned commission payments based upon wholesale prices. Distributors are charged bulletin prices on the settlement statement. Pepperidge Farm cannot have different bulletin prices for the same item. Each item has its own price and was consistent with invoices for almost 60 years until Pepperidge Farm gave Walmart special promotional pricing without using trade spend and not paying distributors off the bulletin price list, but rather paying distributors off invoice. Pepperidge Farm cannot have different bulletin prices for the same item. Each item has its own price and was consistent with invoices for almost 60 years until Pepperidge Farm gave Walmart special promotional pricing without using trade spend. Pepperidge Farm is intentionally paying distributors commission from invoices and calling it bulletin pricing without providing a bulletin price list other than the settlement statement, which shows a different price. What Pepperidge Farm can legally do. In the past, Pepperidge Farm has come up with unique items just for Walmart. For example, when snack distributors were selling a 9.5 ounce goldfish to all accounts, Pepperidge Farm produced a 10 ounce goldfish just for Walmart. Or in this example, where Pepperidge Farm produced a special 12 count tray pack goldfish just for Walmart. Notice that the bulletin pricing for this Walmart-only item is cheaper than the 9-count tray pack that is sold to all other accounts. That is fine, as this item is unique to Walmart and Pepperidge Farm can set the bulletin price. Why won't Pepperidge Farm do this with 30-ounce goldfish or with bakery distributors with the swirl, whole grain, and farmhouse bread? They could produce Walmart-specific products such as a 33-ounce goldfish and wholesale it lower than the 30-ounce. Or produce a 1 1/4 pound Walmart-specific swirl bread instead of the 1 pound swirl bread that it currently makes. Answer probably is that it is cost prohibitive compared to the current system. Here is a letter dated June 3rd, 2016 from Senior Vice President Mark Schreiber. This letter again states that Pepperidge Farm is promoting without using trade spend. At the same time, Mr. Schreiber introduces new terms that are not in the contract: dead net price and net EDLC price. Again, the contract states in paragraph 3 that distributors are paid at a rate specified in Schedule B at bulletin prices, not dead net price or EDLC. Also, after making several bogus arguments to justify trade promotions without trade spend, Pepperidge Farm executives Schreiber and Jordan announced more than once that pricing for its Walmart Bulk Mania program would be reflected on the printed invoice. which means bulletin prices do not apply to bulk mania sales or distributor consignment sales commission. Of course, invoice prices also are not equivalent to Schedule B published bulletin price list for the same reason handheld prices list fail. It is impossible to verify the accuracy of prices reflected on invoice without the distinct business record intended to serve that purpose, that is, published bulletin price lists. EDLC. The contract states that Pepperidge Farm is responsible for promotional discounts, not the independent distributor. EDLC is not defined anywhere in the contract. As a matter of fact, it's not even mentioned anywhere in the contract. Therefore, Pepperidge Farm is in violation of the contract by not paying distributors based upon bulletin prices. Paragraph 28 of the contract states that the agreement may not be amended orally or by customer conduct, but only by writing signed by both bakery and consignee. Pepperidge Farm has arbitrarily changed the contract as no distributor has signed off on this practice. The bigger question is, why wouldn't Pepperidge Farm expand this program to other accounts to save trade spend dollars and increase their bottom line? How much is Pepperidge Farm saving by not paying bulletin prices? Here is an analysis of a bakery distributor's Walmart. An item trend report from Pepperidge Farm's website, pf-distributor.com, was run on 9/30/2018 and was featured in the Protect Your Equity series, episode 10 and 11. This example shows yearly sales of $118,000 with weekly sales of $2,278. We calculate a $21,787 difference in sales between contractual bulletin prices and Walmart EDLP billing. This equated to a loss of commission of over $4,100. So this store that actually did $118,000 in yearly sales only shows invoices worth $97,000. That is a $21,000 difference in yearly sales, $400 less in weekly sales, which results in $80 per week of lost commission. It is possible for this distributor to sell more product into Walmart and make less commission if those items were swirl, farmhouse, or whole grain. Now let's examine how this affects route equity. If this distributor wanted to sell this account, which actually does $2,200 a week, and the selling ratio is 25-1, this store would sell for about $57,000. But invoicing using EDLC pricing results in a store value of $47,000. That is $10,000 less than what the value should be. So not only is this distributor losing $4,100 a year for not being paid proper bulletin price, he is losing an additional $10,000 when he sells this account. For argument's sake, let's say that this is a really good distributor with a really good Walmart and his losses are higher than most. Let's set the average distributor loss at $3,000 per store. Distributors service approximately 4,000 out of the 4,500 Walmarts in the United States. There are no bakery distributors on the West Coast at this time. So based upon these numbers, distributors are losing approximately $12 million per year in commission. This number could be as high as $16 million per year for bakery distributors. Add an additional $2.5 million from snack distributors with 30-ounce goldfish, and Pepperidge Farm could be saving up to $18 million a year by not adhering to the contract by paying bulletin prices. There is an old saying about the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rule. In this case, multi-billion-dollar company Campbell's Soups and Pepperidge Farm definitely have the gold, but there's more. Pepperidge Farm realizes that most distributors first don't understand their contract. They don't understand contract law. They will not seek out legal counsel, which we will get to in a minute. They don't have the finances to litigate, and they don't have the will to litigate. In 2018, the association conducted a survey that addressed the club store purchase by Pepperidge Farm's reinterpretation on a provision of the contract. The stores being purchased were in many cases forced, and the value assigned was arbitrary. But that is a different issue, which videos are available on our website and YouTube channel. One of the questions on this survey asked, do you have legal counsel? Disappointingly, less than 20% of distributors sought out legal counsel while losing their most profitable account. The association believes that Pepperidge Farm's mindset gives them the ability to do whatever they want. They will package it like slick advertising campaign and then implement it knowing that very few distributors will push back. Pepperidge Farm knows that they can drag out any legal action for years. The class action lawsuit, which was filed in 2013, has yet to be heard. The whole idea is to litigate until the money runs out. The Pepperidge Farm Owners Association financially backed a lawsuit over a decade ago and eventually ran out of money after spending $750,000. This led to discouragement, which led to apathy. Too many believe that it is pointless fighting City Hall. Never, ever, ever give up. Every distributor needs to be vigilant in defending their rights outlined in the contract. The first step is education. The association has produced 11 videos so far dealing with this bulletin price issue in the Protect Your Equity series. From understanding bulletin prices, calculating losses, Walmart analysis, and preparing for litigation. You need to invest time in your business and protect your equity. For more information or to join the association, please visit our website at www.teampoaa.org. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.